93.3 KZOZ-FM San Luis Obispo. The home of Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
They have no chemistry at all.
It's time for Dumbass of the Day, brought to you by Peterson's U-Carts. Spring is in the air, and so are some great prices on all your gardening and landscape needs over there at Peterson's U-Cart. Landscape supplies in A-Town. They're on Augusta Road. Top-of-the-line garden soil, compost, walk-on bark, gravel, rock, boulders. I mean, everything you need. So much more. Visit them on Augusta or check them out online. Go to Peterson, the letter U, cart.com.
How pathetic can some people be?
You ever get pulled over by the cops, huh? We've all been pulled over by the cops, huh? It was okay in the old days, right? Remember the old days? Cop sneaks up behind you. They have that nice soothing siren. It's like, woo! You transition over to the curb, nice and easy, right? Nowadays, they sneak up behind you. You get this, you're like, whoa! What the hell does he want me to do, man? You pull over, all you can hear is you're waiting for Curly from the Three Stooges to walk up to your car and poke in the eye.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
That one doesn't get old. It's so funny.
That's the truth, though.
This is the last time I got yelled at by the cops.
I mean, the siren people.
Now they have the
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They stepped up their game, man. Something was going on in the neighborhood night before last, and there's all kinds of sirens. And my son asked me, he's like, what sirens? I was like, I don't know, man. You used to be able to pick apart, like, which one is a fire engine, which one is a police officer.
Right.
It was just all kinds of chaos going on. I was like, I don't know. Maybe they're playing Space Invaders. I have no idea.
It's like a buzzer. It's like,
the benefits of the job. Last week you were crying foul because Tiger Woods was not pressed hard for...
I find it interesting. They didn't take his blood. They didn't check his phone records to see if he was texting when he went off the road at 87 miles an hour on a corner. Hit a tree going 75. He's lucky.
Something tells me that this is going to be one of those preferential treatment stories that does not get dropped because there are public defenders and DAs involved and all that stuff. In Florida, on March 27th, police officers were notified about a noise complaint at a birthday party. When they went to go check on that complaint, the dispatch said, just so you guys know, Sheriff Gregory Tony is at this party. So he was the superior of the deputies that were going to report to the party.
You mean they were going to a party that one of the police officers was at casually, like attending? Okay. Yeah. Not like he'd already been sent there, but he was actually...
They showed up to see what was going on because that's their duty, right? They said there were two men smoking outside on the driveway. They said, hey, you guys come on in the backyard. That's where their boss was hanging out. A few moments later, the homeowners, including the assistant public defender, came outside and also confirmed that, yeah, he's in the back. You guys do whatever you want. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wait a second. I'm confused. So, wait, their boss, the sheriff or whatever, he was at the party attending it socially, and the public defender was an attorney for a public defender was also there attending the party?
Yeah, this was the who's who of Broward County.
Oh, okay. And so they invited the two officers to go in the backyard and...
Now, one of the deputies did say, hey, guys, could you turn down the music? But then they said, have a nice night. They did not turn down the music, though. They just kept the music going because Sheriff Tony was at the party.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. we got the sheriff here. You can go eat a baggin'.
It's so funny because I think I had a football party once. It was a football party or a birthday party. I'm not sure which one it was. In the backyard. And a police officer friend of ours showed up And I felt like there was nothing wrong that we could do that evening because there was a police officer there.
That was a fun night.
I was like, oh, dude, we can do whatever we want now. Police officers signing off on this party.
Yeah. But no cops showed up. I guess we weren't loud enough.
I feel with these guys, but now the sheriff's department's getting investigated and the assistant public defender is getting investigated because.
So what happened was they went
there,
they gave him a warning, they didn't turn the music down.
So the complaints continued to roll in all night long.
Now they're investigating.
Yeah, and then they're like, how come nothing was done about this? Come to find out, this is why nothing was done about it, because the sheriff was at the party. The neighbors are pissed. They're like, what the hell? You guys kept us up all night long just because the sheriff's at your party?
Yes, the 27th was a Saturday night.
It's Florida. I thought you guys were open for business. Come on.
It's always good to know a cop. Hashtag all I'm going to say.
It is. It is nice to know a cop.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got the sheriff, you're having the party of the century.
You got the top cop, yeah. Who are you giving dumbass to?
Hey, there's your next cop show's title right there.
Top cop?
Top cop.
Ooh, I think that might already be taken, actually.
Top cop is?
I don't know. It sounds familiar. I think that might already be a show.
Mm-hmm. Anyways. Like, you guys got to at least turn down the music. I mean, now everybody's getting investigated. People's jobs are at stake. I mean, think about it. You got to play nice with the neighbors regardless of who you know. If you don't play nice with the neighbors regardless of who you know, next thing you know, that who you know is not going to have the job, and you can't have a party later on with that kind of support.
Lots of police officers. When I was a kid, all the way up, my wrestling coach was a police officer. I have friends that are police officers. Radio DJs that are now police officers. And they don't like going out to the bars because, they don't like to be in that kind of environment. They want to hang out and have a beverage. They'll do it at your house, or you can do it at their house. But they're trying to avoid putting themselves in compromising situations. And the sheriff, when he probably told them, don't worry about it, he put himself and everybody there in a major compromising situation.
You are the biggest county in Florida, and it is a job that, you are the one sheriff in the entire state that has a magnifying glass on your every move. I don't care if you're having a blast at that party. You need to be like, hey, my job's at stake here. Let's turn down the music. We can continue to have fun because of who I know. Just
now,
try to minimize those complaints coming in.
But now look where you're at. Congratulations, Sheriff.
Sheriff Greg Tony.
Greg Tony.
He's gonna be a DJ next.
You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We load, U-Cart, you save.
Okay, so if this is the case, my parents would have been locked up. I don't know if I was ever 4 years old when I was left alone in the car, but I know that my brother was 4. I was probably 8. I was about 4 years older than my brother. So I was either 7 or 8. And
that's different.
My dad would leave me in the car, and
you were in charge.
He would go see clients. And so we would sit in the car, and he would go in and see his client. Sometimes he'd be in there an hour and leave the keys on for us and tell us, what we could and couldn't touch was really the radio and the windows. And then that was it. Never even thought about somebody taking us or something happening to us. This woman went into a store for 15 minutes. The cops, actually, she was in there less than that because they had to call the cops. The cops showed up within 15 minutes and took her out and arrested her. She was 25 years old. Her girlfriend was with her at a store called Amazing Intimate Essentials Adult Store. It was adult. It was an adult bookstore or whatever where you buy these things. Left
toys,
the 4-year-old
toys and things.
Yes. Now I'm guessing the girlfriend had to go in to help pick out what they were going to buy Because otherwise you could have just left her in the car with the baby and everything would have been fine. Or the 4-year-old, not a baby anymore. Your son's 4. Is he way advanced for 4, or is that a normal 4-year-old, your son?
Normal.
Gosh, he seems way advanced to me.
You think he's advanced?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember the first time I ever left him and I was in the car, it was at a gas station. I had to go in and pay cash so I could save 10 cents a gallon on the gas because I didn't want to pay for it at the pump with the debit
So he's
card.
in the car at the pump and you ran into...
Yeah, but I locked the car. I ran in, paid the money.
She had her car locked,
came back. But it was 2 minutes, if that. Yeah. Probably less than that. But I remember, that dilemma. I was like, what should I do? I was like, oh, it's at a gas pump. It's fine. There's lots of cameras everywhere. And I said to him, it was the first cognitive sentence he'd ever put together when he was 2. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to lock the door for you, okay? I'll be right back. He goes, okay, grab me a Diet Coke.
He's very advanced.
He's very funny.
So,
he's very funny.
Now,
it's something that his mom would say to me.
If would there have been a better option to bring the boy in the store with them at 4 years old while they shopped for whatever they were looking
Probably
to buy?
not. No,
because of the content of the store?
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
But he's 4. Does he even know what's going on?
Yeah, but still, I don't think the people working at the store would be comfortable with that. Would you if you were working at that store? And it'd be like, hey, you got to get your son out of here.
I don't know. I'm not going to tell people what to do. He's 4. It's like, whatever. I mean, now if he started grabbing stuff, just like any store, if he started grabbing my stuff.
4-year-olds do nothing but grab stuff.
That's true. Okay. They don't understand.
That's all
don't touch. Keep your hands in your pockets. I remember, don't touch all the time.
That's why when...
Child endangerment. And the girlfriend was charged with leaving a child unsupervised in a motor vehicle. Now, they said they could see the car, the windows. I mean, he was right there. So they were shopping and looking. And
yeah, still, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Do you take the child away from a mother and call protective services? Because
take the child away, but you definitely
have a talk.
The mother has to have some kind of punishment for that, so they know that not to do it again. If you were to let him off with a warning, who knows? Maybe she would have gone ahead with that stupid behavior.
Okay, so here's my question, and you can text this in. You can call in 805-543-3693. How old were you when you were left alone in the car, or how old do you feel it's okay now to leave someone in the car? That's probably 2 different numbers. Because I want to say I was left in the car maybe as early as 5 or 6.
I don't know.
But until they're maybe
totally
12.
Changed now. It is totally changed now.
12, 13?
Maybe.
805-543-3693. The 805 beer lines. Live the 805 lifestyle. Get to 805beer.com.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Hey, Jeff and Jeremy here online at KZOZ.com. Yesterday we were talking about tax day. It's coming up this Thursday is the 15th. And our buddy Billy, who's in our fantasy football league, but he's also an accountant. And he has an H&R Block up in Paso Robles.
He's got all the H&R Blocks in the county.
Oh, every single one of them?
Mm-hmm. They're all locally owned in San Luis Obispo.
Why isn't he hosting the party? Big time over here.
Well, I don't know if it's big time. He's got staff. He's got an employee.
Wow. I didn't know he was that big time.
I mean, he's literally a small business owner.
Mm-hmm. That sounds more like a big business owner to
It's
me.
not.
He owns all the H&R Blocks in the county?
Yeah, but
they're everywhere. What is there, 10 of them?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
But, I mean, it's not...
I'm going to start calling him Sir.
Sir what?
Mr. Billy, Sir. I had no idea. I just thought he had the one in Paso.
No.
Anyways.
But you know what it costs to staff H&R Blocks all over the county? I mean,
somebody on the phone wanted to talk about
rich.
The stimulus deal, and I know I've got it written down. I want to ask Billy about it. Go ahead, man.
Hey, about the stimulus check, you guys are wondering on taxes if you're going to get hit or what? I did my taxes online, and as soon as they ask you if you received your stimulus checks, and as soon as I entered it, they sucked that money right back out. So
that's what I heard on the news.
Yeah, that's what they did. So because I normally get about $3,000 something back, and I suddenly got $600 back.
Did you also get unemployment?
No unemployment. No.
Just-
we were working. We were working. So, but it was just a matter of as soon as they know you got that money, they take it back out. So
That's what I thought.
So
Well,
it's a
you can't
temporary-
lie and say you didn't get it, though.
Well, no, but that's what I thought. They said it wasn't going to be taxed, and I knew that they would tax it.
Oh yeah. No, I got hit. I was just like, we're waiting for check. And I said I would have never wanted to get it in the first place.
How much stimulus did you end up getting?
2,900 or something like that.
Yeah,
Is that your household, or is that your household, or just you?
The household.
Oh, okay. So you only got one? You didn't get both of them?
No, I mean that was between. I think there was that one and another one, but I mean at the end, it was close to $4,000 is what we get back, and all of a sudden we're only getting 600.
The one that scares me the most is this most recent one.
Yes,
the
this
one
recent one
because it's going to go on next year's taxes.
Yeah,
it was $5,000 we got, $5,600,
Oh, wow.
and it's like, so I'm going to owe a buttload of money this coming year. It's like, come on,
I'm
man.
going to be mad. I know.
Well, I said earlier,
I don't need it, man. I don't need it.
Exactly. It's like, can I turn it off and have you stop giving them to me because I really don't want it.
That's why I said I put it in the savings. We're not touching it because I don't trust the government, especially now.
I agree. If I would have known that, I would have done the exact same thing. When you were saying that, I said, I got to let them know. You're going to get hosed when you go do your taxes. And
Thank
I
you.
talked to a bunch of other people had that happen too. So
Yeah, well, thank you very much, bud.
You bet you.
Yeah, I knew it. We'll have to ask Billy about it, and we're going to talk to him coming up on Thursday. Tax day normally would be April the 15th, but it's been pushed back. Do you know when it's pushed back to, or is that what he's telling us about?
He's going to tell us sometime in May.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So, yeah. I know my wife does our taxes, and she hasn't done them yet.
Oh, really? I do mine as early as I possibly can every year because I know that it's going to be if I put it off.
Well, like he said, though, if you got that stimulus money, that's why I always kept it in the safe, or the savings deposit, or whatever.
I understand.
The savings account.
I understand.
What's wrong with me? Yeah, because you just. Anyways, we'll ask him about that. I also wanted to ask him about EDD, like if you got some unemployment or if your hours got cut, and so maybe you got some unemployment, but you were still working, and how that was taxed. I know that we got a little bit of that, and we made sure to take the taxes out, but is that still covering you? So anyways, he's going to be joining us coming up 7:30 on Thursday morning. If you want to, get your tax questions in, you can always 805-543-3693 us, and we'll try to get those into the interview.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.